Okay, so I hope you all can see us. I hope that we're coming in clearly. We just gotta, there you go. Jamila's here. So there we go. So people can see us. Hi. Good. Do our mouths match? Can you tell me about do our mouths match or does it look weird? Because we got a new camera and it should be really clear. Oh no. It's taking a while to answer. So maybe it's just like in the ether. Time delay. Good. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Jamila coming through.
Thank you. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Basically, we are here with you all because we are launching a new podcast. Our new podcast is called That Black Couple. We've been talking to y'all about this for a while.
Yep.
But we are parents of 3 and we're tired. So it took us a couple months to get
all
something going. Right. So we finally actually got something going like recently, as of like last night. So you can actually go to thatblackcouple.com and find all of the information about our podcast. We're launching it in October 2017. We're very excited about this. It's been a long time coming. A lot of folks have asked us about doing a podcast. But if anyone knows us well, you know that it takes us a while.
It takes us a minute
to do anything.
But then when it's ready, it's ready.
It's like a
deluge of things.
We go.
So
right. So we've been talking about this for maybe like 6 months or longer, and we have a lovely designer, Janine now Ford. She got married. Who has designed all of our graphics for us, which, you know, we're very much so indebted to her. So like I said, thatblackcouple.com. We're also on Instagram and Twitter, but it's that BLK couple because somebody petty is sitting on that black couple.
Yep.
I take it personally. However, I can't boot them off of it. So we're that BLK couple on Instagram and Twitter. We're that black couple on Facebook and thatblackcouple.com. So, important information that you need to know about this wonderful podcast. I guess it'll be on SoundCloud.
It'll be on all the outlets: SoundCloud, Stitcher, iTunes, Google Play. Wherever you consume your podcasts, you will be able to find that black couple there.
Right. And since we're launching in October, we have obviously some work to do. So what we're hoping actually to do with all of our followers at Watercolor Convos and our various friends and family who are watching this and who are getting more information, we want to actually thank you all for your support over the last couple of months. We've got a lot of donations. That's actually how we paid for the website, and how we're paying for the launch of the podcast is through our Patreon. So we have a Patreon, www.patreon.com/watercolor convos, and that's how we are raising money for the podcast. So we're very grateful to you all who actually gave in support of the podcast. We have some people who gave donations through our PayPal, so that's paypal.me/watercolor convos as well. And so we've got a lot of outpouring and support, people who are interested to see what we have coming next, and we're excited to get it to you. So I think those are the ways you can still give if you're really interested in giving. But for right now, what we need you to do is follow us on social media, visit the website, send us questions, comments, feedback, things you want us to cover. Share it with your friends. Let them know it's going to be this new dope podcast with these 2 nerdy black people who are 32 and he's old. He's 33. And we're going to be doing this together. We've been married for like a long time. We've been together for 15 years, married for a decade, 11 years actually.
11.
And we have a lot of information to cover. We're going to be talking about parenting. We're going to be talking about dealing with white people at your job.
Well, and the real thing that we want to get to with this podcast is we want to debunk some myths around relationships, especially around Black millennials being married, raising kids, having careers, all of these things all at once. And so that's why Jen was like, if you have some ideas or things that you are really interested in and want to know more about, a lot of times people come up to us and they're like, how do you do it? You've been together for so long. How do you do it with all these kids? How do you get a grad degree? How do you do all? This is your opportunity. If you ask us, we are looking to answer some of those questions.
You see how he said looking to answer? He was like, I'm not going to sit here and lie and say if you ask us that we're guaranteed to answer.
We can't say we're going to answer all the questions.
Because I was wondering how you.
But we want to give you some insight, kind of into how we do things, and not to say that what we do is correct in the best way.
Yeah.
But to kind of give an example of how we've done it and what's made us be able to get through and stay so strong together.
Right. And I mean, really, it's not like if somebody asked me today, they heard that it was called That Black Couple. And they're like, oh, is it a relationship podcast? And I'm like, I mean, no, it's not a relationship podcast. Because, I mean, I'm a firm believer that I don't want to try and convince anybody else, like, how they should operate in their relationship. I don't think that anybody else should really be listening to us about, you know, how they should live their lives. Because everyone's very different. And we're very different and unique. And so it's really about how we've learned to adapt to the various, you know, living situations, working situations, adding another child to the family, or whatever it might be, losing a job. And it's really about adulting. And so, like, I don't like the idea of having a relationship podcast or any type of, like, advice, you know, blog or anything like that, because I think that it's really hard to give relationship advice or life coaching style advice without really understanding someone and who they really are. So for us, it's really more about, here's what's worked for us. We're very happy. We enjoy one another. Our kids are great and wonderful and spectacular. Things ain't always easy. And the reason why we call ourselves That Black Couple is because we're actually not that black couple. We're not that one. We're not the one with the matching outfits.
No.
Or the ones who have, like, the perfectly tapered hair and the popping lip gloss and, like, the super fitted tailored. No. I mean, goals, I guess.
We'll do that at 40.
Yeah. We're actually the black couple that, like, the kids come on the Halloween day in the Christmas clothes.
Yep.
Or, like, you know, we're supposed to go to a birthday party at 3. We get there at 3:45 with a gift that was bought at 3. So technically we're on time thinking, just not on time arriving.
And we wrapped it in the car.
And stuffed the tissue in the back seat.
Exactly.
But we got a gift receipt. So we're that black couple. And so people think that, you know, everybody has to have it all together. And the fact is you just don't.
And that's kind of what I think what we're trying to get to is that we're just living our lives the way they work for us.
Yeah.
And showing people that you don't have to fit any type of very specific mold to make it or to be successful or to have a great relationship or to anything.
Right.
Just kind of do you, be you, and make that work for you.
And love yourself. And, you know, be gentle with yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not really, I mean, we out here and shit is hard enough.
Yeah, we're still working.
Being black in this country every day is hard enough. So I think we're more about, like, finding the joy and the laughter and the entertainment value in what probably on the outside looks like a very hectic, unmanageable, overwhelming life. But, you know, we make it work. And so that's what the podcast will be about. And, you know, we hear that we're funny. So, I mean, I guess. Other than that, though, yes, please go hit us up on Instagram because we are trifling and we don't really know how to use Instagram that well. So I need you to initiate contact. Even though we're millennials, we're old millennials.
We're on the upper edge.
We're on that top part where we, like, almost hit Zennial.
Almost.
And they was like, no, you can stay. And I'm pretty sure in like 5 or 6 years they're like, no, actually.
Yeah, we're going to open it up a little bit.
Yeah, my students let me know today that I'm older than MySpace. And that was their way of clowning me.
That's true.
It is true. And it hurt.
Are they older than MySpace?
No, they're not older than MySpace.
I have concerns.
Or are they?
I think they are.
I guess they don't know it.
No, they're older than MySpace.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
I have a 13-year-old in my class. I don't think she's older than MySpace.
She might not be.
Exactly.
She might be. They might have similar birth years.
Precisely. So as I was saying, I remember MySpace candidly, and they use it to clown each other. I'm just saying.
Oh, wow.
I'm just saying. Okay. So, yes. So absolutely send us your questions. Our email is thatblkcouple@gmail.com. You can see our beautiful basement here. This is where we will be videotaping ourselves and shooting our podcast. We're really excited. We hope you all are excited. We're going to actually probably go live a lot more frequently in the coming months, weeks, as we prep the podcast. While we're recording the podcast, I think we're actually going to record video too. So I think we're going to post on our YouTube channel for Water Cooler Combos. So go to watercoolercombos.com. We have a link up there for our YouTube channel. It's like youtube.com because we don't have a name yet.
But there's a link. So if you go to watercoolercombos.com and you click the little YouTube logo thing,
asterisk YYP 1217 times. Right? Okay. But yeah, so we're gonna wrap it up. And like I said, follow us on our social media, thatblackcouple.com. We have a blog post up there that gives you a whole kind of like blurge about who we are, what we do, and then we'll give you more information. But we ain't gonna give you no teasers yet, so don't come over here thinking that you're about to get details about the episodes, because that's not going to happen. So let that go. Okay.
But we do want to thank you for the support thus far. It's why we're here. It's why when you go to thatblackcouple.com, it looks amazing.
Yes.
It looks wonderful. And it was
does.
because of your donations and your support. We are coming to you from a camera, sitting upon a tripod that was purchased with funds.
Thank you, whoever bought that.
That you guys donated. Yeah, and yeah, these things were actually purchased from our Amazon wish list for the podcast.
Thank you, whoever gets that.
So anyone that's still trying to support, that really wants to help this all come to fruition, those are the ways you can support us. We have the Patreon, we have the PayPal, we also have the Amazon wish list.
The wish list, you can get the link off of Water Cooler Combos.
Right.
It's pinned on the Water Cooler Combos Facebook page. If you want to get the Amazon wish list, we still need a lot of stuff.
And we appreciate all the support.
So, thank y'all.
Thank you.
All right.
We'll be back.
Good night. Bye.